Girls who took notes using 50 different colored pens, where are you now? Do you still continue to write using all those colors? There's a PM at my company that does this. No idea how the hell she has the focus and time to take such detailed Technicolor dream notes during meetings, but I've never had a problem with getting any relevant info from her, so gotta respect note-taking game like that. We all became bullet journalists. I used different ink and highlighter colors to compensate for terrible ADD. I work in a chemistry lab now. Sometimes I'll still use brightly colored pens to record my results for fun, but I don't ever switch between colors, color code anything anymore. All the different colored ink highlighting helped me remember my notes come exam time, so now that I'm out of college, I don't need to switch between colors. I low-key miss color coding and taking notes sometimes, though. I still color code based on class. Each class has a color. This color includes the folder color, the pen color, the sticky note color that the assignments are written on and placed in my planner on the date they are due. I also teach intro statistics to undergraduates, where I also color code parts of the equations and the values that get inserted to the equation, so the students can see where the numbers come from more easily. Edited to change kids to students. That was a poor word choice on my part. Apologies. I work in IT, and yes, I still have all those colors and still use them all in my day planner. I'm a medical lab technician. I took notes with a million different colored pens in college, up until 2 years ago. I graduated at age 41. Just bought myself a nice new set of gel pens. Real talk, multiple colors really helped me categorize and compress complex ideas into things I could remember. It helped a lot in understanding the material and studying for tests. I will never forget sitting in class and asking the girl sitting next to me for a pen, and she turns back to me with a straight face and says to me, "What color?" Edit this. Blew up. Thank you for the award, that marks my first but hopefully not the last. I think they're teachers now, and yes, they still use all those colors. My wife did this when we were in school and she still loves using multicolored pens for everything she can. She even uses her own pretty colors for writing in the labels for things at work. You can always tell work that was done by her from everyone else's. A true ray of sunshine. Edit. I told my wife about all the upvotes on this comment and she is thrilled about all the attention. Edit 21:27 7 p.m. Thank you so much to both of the kind strangers who awarded this comment. Never thought it would blow up so much. The wife is happy. I am a med student now. Also, I am failing because I no longer have time to use fancy pens and prepare colorful notes for all my classes. I'm one of those girls currently in college. I don't do it because I'm organized or anything. I just fucking love buying pens, markers, and otherwise I can't pay attention to my notes. It's aesthetically appealing to me, which immensely helps encourage me to actually take notes. I have a few friends that do that. One of them is studying to be a doctor, moved the colored pens to a tablet to easily switch colors. Another wants to become a sign language translator, keep forgetting the actual term. A guy classmate of mine did this. One of the smartest in the class. His notes were fantastic. He's an engineer now and has a great family life from what I see on his FB. Cool guy. Jason, if you're reading this, you rock, my dude. They migrated to a fountain pens and use 50 different inks with 100 different pens now. I'm a high school English teacher and there's a big correlation between note-taking skills and success in my classes. Color coding notes definitely helps. I mostly write everything in purple now, but sometimes I use other colors and I like colorful post-it notes. I am working towards being a kindergarten teacher. Sure do. I'm almost 35, in college, and still using multi-colored pens. I paint for a living, so I switched from pens to paint. The gel pens were fun but impractical. I stick to basic ink colors because it's easier to read things with a strong contrast. But I have Sharpies in every color because doodling is fun. My cousin did this in HS, she is now a very organized and successful nurse. I went from being in school to be a grade school art teacher to stay-at-home homeschooling mom to now finishing up a graduate degree in computer science and have job lined up as a software developer. And yes, I still use all those colors and Elflord in VIM because colors and it's the easiest for me to read. I had a friend who used to do that. One of the smartest people I knew. She is married now and has a kid and is a stay-at-home mom. I knew a guy who would take color-coded notes in class. Then immediately after class go through them and then do even more advanced color coding with added references and stuff. He was probably the hardest working and smartest guy I've ever known. And he grew up in a small village in Venezuela and now is a US citizen and officer in the Navy. Made me embarrassed that he is a better speaker in 2 languages than I am in 1. Bold of you to assume that's a girl-only thing. I don't write much anymore, but I still use colored pens for my personal notes. The color depends on my mood. When I used to keep a meticulous fitness agenda, everything was color-coded. I have a bag of scented markers and a bag of rainbow pens I keep in my office for when I attend work meetings. Also not a teacher, but I am a director of a facility that serves kids. They now work for the FBI as IT analysts. They are all called Penelope Garcia. Ended up in med school, so not doing bad, I guess. I do still continue color coding everything in college as I did in high school and before. My case of synesthesia lets me see words, letters, and certain concepts in different colors. By using the same colors to actually write the words or underline them, I solidify the memory links in my brain and it helps me remember things. I also take graphic notes with arrows, double lines, or writing groups of small areas, etc. so that I can clearly categorize things I need to remember. If you're a visual learner, this helps a lot. Nurse here. For colored pens are an absolute must for my job to keep organized. On my assignment sheet, anything ordinary in black, code status in red, things I need to do in blue, lab results in green. Then I'm at peace. I'm a dramatic artist and I used all the pens just for that. My teachers hated me for giving them rainbows of notes and work, but I always wrote them a little key on the back of the paper, so they grudgingly accepted it. Except one math teacher who liked and looked forward to my stuff. I'm now a dog boarder and my schedules are so colorful only I can decipher them. I still up, but not as much, unfortunately. We all have bullet journals now. Wife did this as a kid, through high school, and became amped in college. But now she's a teacher and writes in different colors for a living. We're currently moving out of the country and she can't part with pens she doesn't even use. She managed to smuggle them into her carry-on bag. Send help. As a guy who has been doing this for almost 7 years of uni now, I can say that it's absolutely worth it. Pleasant-looking and well-organized notes go a long way to make reviewing material 100 times more enjoyable. I am still in school. I used to get straight A's, but now I'm not even straight. Edit, I spend too much to asking girls to borrow their pens. I'm 22 in university and this year I'm trying to really improve my studying and note-taking outside of lectures. So, I decided to do 3 colored notes with red, blue and black pens because all other girls I know take notes like that and they all have much better GPAs than I do. I was exactly this girl. I had about 50 glittery colored gel pens, and for each school assignment I would choose 5 random different ones to write and decorate my notebooks with. 20 years later, I'm a graphic designer and illustrator. I still love making things nice and colorful with cool typography. I basically did not change at all, I just have slightly better taste.